How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to the situation, of course. And they have to document every part of the body that these people even touch for 1 second with their laser. They just hit me in the teeth right here just now. And it's May 1st, 5:11 a.m. And the satellite man is hitting me right here. It's attempted murder. My elbow hurts. It's swollen. Hasn't went down. It's been swollen for a while. Satellite man's still hitting me there. Look how swollen it is. Look at that. See this dent? You see how it goes like this? That's my elbow that's swollen. Alexa, turn kitchen light up to 80%.
Okay.
See where it's swollen here? Look at the arm. Look how that's swollen right there. It's like really swollen bad. It's been swollen for months. Several months, like 8 months or something. And the arm is like this. It swoops out, And there's the other elbow. You can't see it with the lighting. But this has got the knot there that fucking government man had put there. I think they had stuck me there with something. And that's what made this fucking big ass fucking thing. Whatever it is. Or they do it with a satellite. But I've scraped it and it bled and I put peroxide and alcohol on it. And, it's still... I have to wear it down again because they've done that, and then I'd put more peroxide or alcohol on it again. But that fucking government man did that shit to my elbow. There's a video. I took pictures of it when I saw it on there, and that's documented and dated when they did that shit too. But in reference to the government touching me with their satellites, it's a lawsuit every time. I don't need their markings on my body. The Royal Protocol is a documentation of my birthmarks, beauty marks, and scars that I had when my parents was alive in reference to my identity. So, in reference to the government trying to play these games of marking on my body with their racism or their hatred or their accusations, everything that they have done is attempts of murder. Their activities of hitting me in the arms, and the face, and the teeth, and the genitals. It's attempted murder. And no, I did not receive any monies from any countries that tried to send me money. The Nazis stole everything, or whatever race is doing that. They're still... I don't come from a country that snaggletooths, man. I'm American, and family history of America, but, I have French, and Italian, and Asian history, and Greek history, and... my family history, of my parents and grandparents and great-grandparents being internationally friendly with certain countries. So, in reference to this government man terrorizing me, they're violating all those countries. They're violating ethics. They're violating identification. See, in other countries, they have copies of the Royal Protocol in other countries, too. So when they come over and they see video of this thing here or the swollen elbow, all those countries are supposed to file lawsuits against the American government or whichever government's doing it, whatever race the person is, whatever religion the person is. So just in case it might be another race that's conspiring with these Nazis or conspiring with whatever ethnicity or race or color this other person might be, just in general for identification purposes of knowing what people are doing this. All those countries can file lawsuits. The whole United Nations can file lawsuits against the government for my protection from these people. So whoever they are, whatever race, whatever religion, whatever bad person, and like if it was somebody from my own race doing this, they get prosecuted no matter what. And somebody'd say, yeah, they take care of that, but it's not his race doing it. It's somebody else's race that's doing it. Yeah, and the French and the Asians would be like, no, we know it's not us. It's this person or that person. Somebody would say, or the Latins or Spaniards or Mexicans would say, it's not us either. It's those people. Those people. And then everybody has to congregate or collaborate with information to find out which people are doing these things. And they have to prosecute them and apprehend them, obviously, because, they're blocking me from my mother and father's estates and companies and properties. And, there's a lot of things. Hello, people around the world, and hello, friendly people. And, of course, I'm the only child of my mother and father, and there's people that know me, that are friendly with me, that, there's much love and much friendliness in reference to friends, and people that knew my parents, of course, because my parents are very, very important. If you didn't like my parents, or if you may not admire my parents or even my grandparents, I can't really associate with people that don't think they were kind of cool, because they were extremely cool. So, in reference to haters or people that are 7 deadly sins, or people that are fatal attraction, or people that are just, bad people or mean people, can't have nothing to do with them, because my friends would be like, no, you can't. Those people are bad. They're bad news. Those people are. They're troublemakers. Stay away from those people, Which, I stay in most of the time because I'm trying to get home to my mother and father's mansions, and nobody has helped me get home to my mother and father's mansions. I did not receive any of the Asian American letters from anybody from the Asian American neighborhoods. And, I'm Asian American, and, family history of ethnicities and family tree. And I'm friendly with other people of other races, but there's certain races and ethnicities that are mean to me. And it's probably their leaders or their types of people that are among their race or their people that are doing these things. So, it's one of those things where it's not very friendly. And don't forget, I was born rich. These people are blocking me from monies that I was born with. My parents gave me the estates when I was little. And these people are blocking me from my trust funds. They're blocking me from my revenues. They're blocking me from my corporate office at my mother and father's companies. And there's companies here in Indianapolis, too, that they're blocking me from my office at the companies. And and don't forget, there's ways of people doing these types of things where they're hitting me in the nose right there. There's ways of these people doing this shit where, how somebody does something like, oh yeah, we really want him at his companies, but we're just going to forget to tell him where to go, which office is safe, which corporate location or which business would know who he is if he showed up at his own business, that kind of thing. Somebody would be like, well, maybe this is what they would do. That's the kind of shit that they do, not with that accent, but, whatever way they speak. They'd be like, yeah, we got gifts and presents for him, but we'll forget to tell him. This is what they try to say. These types of people that do these things, they'd be like, oh, well, they're holding on to money, but they forgot to tell me that they intercepted money, or my mother had asked them to give me monies. My mother handed them monies that they were supposed to give to me, but they didn't give it to me. So they're squatting on the monies. Some people are. Obviously, everybody is, because I haven't received nothing from nowhere. And there's a list of all the people and all the places my mother delivered money to that people was supposed to give me the money. But I haven't received anything from anywhere if anybody sent any money. So, it's one of those things where, these people are always stalking me, these people bullying me, these people terrorizing me. And they were hurting my arm with the satellite. My hand was numb all night long. It still is sore. They're hitting me across the fingers, right in here. The government man is. And they tried to break my fingers on every job. They tried to cripple me on every job. They've sexually assaulted me with their satellites. Government men have tasered me and tried to sexually assault me. Government men have stolen from my penis. They're still tucking the penis. They're still trying to downgrade the penis. My penis is my penis. I know how to hide my penis in my own clothing, underneath my own clothing. So I don't need nobody tucking the penis. I don't need nobody playing tricks on my body. This isn't, I'm not performing on a stage right now, but I'm always supposed to be beautiful. I'm always supposed to be attractive. I'm not supposed to have the markings of some hater damaging my body. There's certain scars and birthmarks and beauty marks that are on my body that these people tried to steal. There's identification information. My fingerprints are my fingerprints. My identity is my identity. These people been burning here. They've been burning off the beauty mark, birthmark that was right there. They've caused damage to my face on that side. They've caused damage on my face on this side. And what's it for? What's it for? Because they were trying to steal the Royal Protocol. There was some other people that was tied in with some other celebrity that was trying to claim that they had that mole there on their face. Now, there's some people that do, and there's celebrities, and some people that are known have their birthmarks that are on their face. But in reference to them being in film or on television, and them and the Royal Protocol being there, like somebody say, okay, well, that person has a beauty mark right there, or that person has a mole right there, and that person has talent. Okay, we might use that person in the movie. But they can put those on there with computers on actors and actresses. Because obviously most of them don't have a scar right here. And most of them don't have a scar right here. Nobody has the same birthmarks or beauty marks or scars in the exact locations either. Or in the same locations. But if somebody has a beauty mark on their face that looks like mine, and they have talent or they have certain accolades of which might fit into a production, then they'd be like, okay, well, that person has a beauty mark right there, so we might use that person. Or they can it only takes a few seconds for them to put it on there with a computer in reference to movies or TV or something like that, But in reference to somebody damaging my face because they were trying to claim that birthmark because they had a similar one, that's illegal. They can get prosecuted for that. These people trying to erase birthmarks that are on my face, which they're easily covered up with makeup, but they're my birthmarks and beauty marks naturally. The scars that I have from when I was growing up, most of those are from government attacking me and my mother and father. And the government never paid, and there was lawsuits and court cases against the government, and they have to pay. It's unethical for them not to pay me. It's unethical for them to be terrorizing my life, trying to play like they were trying to turn somebody's life inside and out and upside down and every which way but loose. These government people playing their fucking tricks is illegal. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. The Royal Protocol in the media is my identity. These people tried to make me look like an unknown person. They tried to estrange me from my own property. They tried to hijack the properties and tried to fill the property employment with their conspirators. And that's illegal. That's a violation of ethic laws, violation of employment laws, violation of corporate law. That satellite man's messing with my legs. And so, these people in their activities of being in government, obviously it's abuse of power, which is illegal. So it's so fucking stupid because they don't have that legal power to do that. But them doing those things is a misconduct of power, meaning like illegal activities of their positions of doing these things. So, the activity of their manipulations is all corrupt. and they don't have a legal right doing the things that they've done. And the activity of them terrorizing my life. I have not received any monies from any of the benefit offices or human rights offices from any city or state. I haven't received them from any country or from any race that's friendly with me or anybody that's tried to send me money at all. I've not received nothing. And the people that are stealing the money are washing the money in some way, which obviously maybe the World Bank or the IRS would be able to catch these people, or somebody would be able to catch them in what they have stolen from me, or the FDA. Yeah. Well, it's the point of information, or the FDIC. Yeah, somebody, or the IRS, or the Treasury, or some ethnicity that comes into America, like Asian investigators, Italian or French investigators, people that would investigate these people stealing from me. It's like, these people are blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. And you know what they said? They tried to say this shit. They tried to communicate this shit saying, oh, you wouldn't know how to act in your own mother and father's mansions. What? My mother and father built those mansions. My grandparents built those mansions. And I'm the only child, and you're trying to tell me I'm the child of my mother and father, and I'm the grandchild of my grandparents. I mess with my mouth. And these Germans tried to claim that I wouldn't know how to act in my own Catholic and Jewish and Buddhist acknowledgments of things, of my mother and father's mansions. They thought I didn't know how to grow up or how to live in my mother and father's mansions when I grew up in those mansions. And these people know it because they were always plotting to kidnap me from my mother and father's mansions. Like they were trying to get some meal ticket to steal from my family history. These government people. They had no legal right plotting their activity of kidnapping me. They had no legal right holding me hostage. They had no legal right trying to say they were trying to pick on me to see whether I'd be friends with them or not. They had no right abusing me, claiming they were trying to see if I would conform to their race. When my ethnicity and race that I am, I'm already friendly with. And friendly with other ethnicities of friendliness. But these people was holding me hostage, trying to torment and trying to abuse me all these years, and that's what they've been doing. They've never done nothing for me. They've always abused me, always terrorized me, sexually assaulted me, and they poached from my anatomy. They stole some of my penis size, probably. When it's tucked up, that it's tucked up. And that's what makes my stomach stick out all the time, too. Them tucking up the penis. And their activity of abusing me, or them pushing down on me, or pushing out on my spinal cord, where they're trying to push out my back, and then it sticks out the stomach too. And the fact of them putting pressure on my body is abuse. And then they tried to slander my character in every fucking way. And I have nothing to do with these people. Not even allowed. There's restraining orders against these people from when my parents was alive. These people's names are on a hate club list. People that hated me, people that hated my parents, people that was 7 deadly sins, or people that was fatal attraction. And yet these people snuck their way into government just to do these things because of their stupid thoughts of their people. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. I'm the owner of the companies. I'm supposed to be living the lifestyle of my parents. And basic information, the lifestyle I was born into, because I'm the owner of everything. These people are not the owners of nothing. And nothing's for sale. I'm the owner of everything. Of my mother and father's estates and grandparents' estates forever. I'm the only 100% biological child of my parents and grandparents. And I'm 100% bloodline of my mother and father. And that's never going to change. I'm the only child of my parents and grandparents. I'm the grandchild of my grandparents. Period. Like my mother carried me when she was pregnant, and my mother and father's estates are my mother and father's estates, and I'm the only birth child, and the extent of history and the facts of information, I'm the only 100% birth child that came from my mother and father. If I had a child, they would not be from my mother and father's anatomy. I came from my mother and father's anatomy. I'm the only child forever. None of these people has tried to steal anything. None of these people are the child of my parents. They're not from my mother and father's anatomy. I'm the only child from my mother and father's anatomy. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates forever, and nobody else anywhere in the world could ever say differently. And that's the facts. The point of people holding me hostage, people trying to steal sperm, or people trying to steal blood or genetics, no. You always find out that those people that tried to hurt me in every way are the ones trying to steal everything. Like it's some immature game of them trying to play these tricks of abuse. These government people claim that they're trying to put somebody under their microscope as a lab rat that comes from a richer family than them. An American family too, and European and Asian history, plus, and other friendly countries that my parents did business with, and property information that these government people have tried to steal. It's abuse. It's attempted murder in every way. And those government people need to get prosecuted. And I need money. I got to fill out my unemployment today. And I never got disability. My shoulder's still messed up. My arm, left arm. I mean, I can move it like this. But like right now, like I can move it like this. And when I lean to the front, it looks like my arm goes more. But I always have to wing out my elbow so not too many people can sit next to me on this side, because I always got to go like this. But that's right there is where the pain is too. Stop right here. But like this, right there, it's as far as it goes. And I can lift this one up like this, you know. But this one goes right there. And when it goes to here, then the shoulders go back. You know, that's the way it does. But like if I lean like this, then it looks like it goes out further because of the gravity of things, you know. But right here, I still can't lift it more than that, even leaning over. It doesn't go anymore. And this way, it doesn't go up any higher than that. But I can move my elbow, but this don't go up like that. But this side goes up like this. But my shoulder here is sore too, in this area, on the right hand side. And then my elbow is swollen up here. And the back of my left leg, like, oh, you can't really see it. Let me put my leg up here. The back of my left leg, that satellite man's been tearing it up right here. All this area. And this right here is a satellite man that dug into the leg. And what they have done when they do that causes that damage, it looks worse than that. You can't really see it. Look at it right there. Alexa, turn up light to 100% in kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, Alexa, turn kitchen light up to 100%.
Okay.
See, or maybe it is. But you see all this damage here? That's from the satellite controllers tearing into the leg. And what that does is it it tears up the outside layers of the tissue and causes a problem for, and I can't do the splits when I'm on satellite either, just in case anybody was wondering. And see, here's the Osgood slaughter. You see the Osgood slaughter on the kneecap? See that? That's been there for over 30-something years. So these people talking shit, claiming they didn't know who I am, they're fucking liars. See, they're trying to knock me down. The satellite man. See the Osgood slaughter on the kneecap? And this is the other kneecap. You see that? You know, so in reference to government and their abuses and the benefit office. Now, don't forget, my mother had delivered monies to possibly the unemployment office. Never received none of it. She possibly delivered money to the disability office before. I don't know. But my mother had delivered money to some police stations in America. Now, I'm not sure which police station is holding on the money. I don't even know. The Beverly Hills Police Department might be holding on the monies. But I haven't received no information or letters from it either. Or about it at all from anywhere. From any of the police stations or any of the benefit offices. So it's attempted murder financially against the government. And then these people will try to make a decision like, oh, they'll block you from your benefits, and then they'll steal your sperm, and then they'll try to give your benefits to some other child. No, that's illegal. I'm the only child of my mother and father. I came from my mother and father's genetics. I came from my mother and father's anatomy. Those benefits are my benefits forever. Anyways, many things of importance. Oh, hello, Elton John, and hello, musical artists and movie directors and TV and video directors. And hello, video production companies, rock on, you know. And hello, music industry, and hello, Philharmonic Orchestra, and hello, Olympics and athletics, and hello in reference to friendly people. You know, I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions. The satellite man is burning my groin right now. They're burning my crotch. That's sexual assault every fucking time. And these motherfuckers have been burning on my penis, trying to put patches of dirty rug burns and shit on the penis. Those people need to get prosecuted in there. They tried to steal my penis size. My penis is my penis, not your penis. If you got a problem with your penis, you need to go pump your penis up. You have no right touching mine, not never, and you won't ever have any right. Or any other part of my groin, or any other part of my anatomy, dirty government man. You must get prosecuted for your crimes and sexual violence and hate crimes, or whatever the fuck your problem is in your brain. There's a label that they can put on you that would be the definition of what problems you got in your fucking brain, government man. So you better leave me the fuck alone.